All right. Hi, my name is Steve Hollister, and my section talks about uh, some of the differences in which libraries and librarians use Twitter. For the most part, libraries tend to be much more professional on Twitter. I mean, they're talking about their institution and all the different events and activities that they have going on, their collections, they're reaching out to the community, and they're also talking about, the key issues of the profession, other libraries, and all sorts of other really good stuff. Librarians, on the other hand, it's more of a combination of personal and professional. They do discuss a lot of the issues in regards to LIS. They also discuss things that are personal. They blog about their lives. They social network with Twitter. They do all sorts of really neat and cool things that don't necessarily have anything to do with LIS, but I think it's cool in regards to the fact that we are all people and we all have lives, and Twitter has really allowed people to connect, and I think that's a really good thing. So yeah, here's a really brief discussion. All right, thank you. Bye.
So before we start talking about different Twitter accounts for libraries and librarians, I thought it'd be a really good idea to discuss this website called libsuccess.org. And it's basically a best practices wiki for library success. And this is their page dedicated to Twitter. As you can see, it has an introduction and a section dedicated to Twitter tools and applications, but it also has like a very good list for all sorts of different libraries around the world that are using Twitter. And of course, you can click these links and open up a tab and check out the Twitter page for that library. I mean, there are libraries in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Malaysia, South Korea. I mean, really all over the world. Also, if you continue to scroll down, you'll find a section dedicated for librarians around Twitter. And these links open up a bunch of different articles that list different librarians that use Twitter. Also, here's another resource if you're looking for some good tweets to follow. It's a blog by Matt Anderson, and it's basically a list of 125 librarians to follow on Twitter. And it's really cool because it gives you links to their homepage. It gives you a description of kind of what they do and where they're at. So, yeah, let's take a look at a few examples of libraries and librarians on Twitter. Now, this is the Twitter homepage for MSU libraries. As you can see, it gives us how many tweets they've had, how many following, and how many followers. And as we scroll down, we can see that it's fairly professional. It has a list of a lot of different events that are going on at the library. For example, there's a 8:30 breakfast series presents learning design technology staff at the fourth floor located at the MSU libraries. And it also gives like a look at their collections as well, and I believe there's an example up here. Yeah, slides, we have them. So yeah, this is definitely it's very professional. It promotes the library, and yeah, this is really cool. It's a good way to kind of get that information out there. Okay, so this here's the Twitter homepage for a librarian named Jenny Luca. She's the director of ICT and e-learning from Australia, and it just so happens she lives in Australia. Now, the big difference between Twitter feeds from libraries and librarians is that the Twitter feeds from librarians seems to be a little bit less professional, which is totally fine. It's cool, and they use it more for blogging purposes and for social networking. I mean, we see here that right here we have a procrastination for creative writers, a 10-week course. She's thanking some friends. So yeah, it's really a good tool for social networking and for blogging purposes, like I've already said. All right, and here's the last librarian Twitter page that we're going to look at. Her name is KG Schneider. She's a university librarian, writer, homebrewer, which totally rocks. I brew beer as well. She's a leader, deck gardener, skilled treadmiller, innovator, and decider. And she lives in the Bay Area, California. And as you can tell, this it has a personal flair to it. She gives her thoughts, her opinions, like a blog would. An example would be her post on April 10th. After yesterday's digital symposium, I thought, wait, what's the relationship between UCSD DAMS and OAC? You know what? I don't know either. So yeah, it's mainly used for blogging, social networking, a little bit of promotion, but not as much as you would see for a from a library.
Hello everyone, my name is Ariel Sarzinski and I am in the group that chose Twitter, as you probably all know by now. I personally think that Twitter is a really good social networking tool because so many people are on it nowadays, whether it be like your friends, celebrities, libraries, or even librarians themselves. I know personally the library that I currently work at has a Twitter feed right on their homepage, and that's really useful because people who don't even have Twitter can go on there every day and see what's going on. Because I know our librarian that keeps it updated does it every single day, so that way people are aware of what events are going on, like what kind of things we're sponsoring, if we have any summer reading programs, book groups, and that way they can be kept up to date even if they don't come into the library, and hopefully when they do see those things they will become attracted and interested and then want to come and join these free events. So today I decided, since my own personal library does that, I'm going to go take you step by step on how to get to my library homepage, what the feed looks like on the actual page, and then I plan on taking you through Twitter to see how the Twitter page looks like for those of you who do have a Twitter and are familiar with that kind of thing, to see the differences and how maybe which could be better. We're going to start by going into the internet, and I already have the CRDL homepage up. As you can see on the bottom right hand side right here is our live Twitter feed. What's really awesome about this is that people who don't know what Twitter is, don't know how to access it, they can see daily what tweets are being posted and see the events that are going on without having to go find another calendar or go into the library or even calling. They can just see it right here on the home page. Lately we've been having superhero stuff going on this past month, so there's a post about that. We have this geek promotion up where people from the community get their pictures taken with something that they really love, and they substitute the word love or like, I'm really passionate about this with geek, and that makes the word kind of a positive thing, which is something really important. So that's been a really big thing throughout the community, and there's been pictures tweeted on that pretty much every week and other events like that. Today there was a Bubble Man event where a guy came in and was doing a bunch of cool things with bubbles, so that was a packed event. So then this can be used obviously just by anyone, but then if you do have a Twitter, you can go hit the follow button right here, and that'll bring us to the actual Twitter page. I'm already following them right now, so we'll click on their name. Okay, so this is what their actual Twitter page looks like. As you can see here, we have well over 2,000 tweets, so the librarian who is in charge of this Twitter account is always up to date, always posting, which is really great to keep the community informed. As you can see right here are photos and videos. Like I said before, that geek promotion has been pretty big for a few months now, so there have been quite a few pictures of that posted. I know last month we did a Lego event, so there's some posted of that as well. Go back to the tweets here. So yeah, what's really great about Twitter, like I've been mentioning before, is that our community is really tight-knit and kind of smaller, so people always want to know what's going on at the library, and through the live Twitter feed on the homepage and then the Twitter page itself, they can constantly be finding out what's going on. And then also, like, another part of Mount Pleasant is Central Michigan University, which is a campus full of young people who are constantly on Twitter every day. So if they happen to follow our Chippewa River District Library Twitter page, they will also be able to see what's going on. And hopefully that'll just draw a lot of people into the library if they stumble across our homepage or even our Twitter page and they haven't been to our library yet. Hopefully what they see will interest them, and this can be used as like a marketing tool to get people excited and interested in the library.